Why?
Ah, that's always, ang hirap talaga yung question eh. Kasi sobrang dami. Lalo na when I go on ASAP, nakakatawa din just seeing all of the artists. Minsan din, I always think, wow, I'm here, nakasama ko talaga sila, and now I'm working with them. But to be on a track with someone, I think, lalo po ba tayo, si Sir Gary V. Sir Gary V, and I'd hope to work with him on either a upbeat sing and dance song, or even a slow ballad, or even a worship song. Kasi I'd love to parang pick his brain to see how he writes music, kung saan galing yung mga hugot niya. And I think I'd learn a lot from him, from collaborating with him.
Bagay. Maganda nga yung pakinggan. Bagay na bagay kay yung pag nag-collab kay ni Gary.
Oo nga po
Yun lang Maraming salamat, Jerry. Congratulations.
Salamat po.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Coco Martini. And yes, we're gonna manifest that collaboration for Jeremy G. Maybe in the future with Gary V. O, diba? We can't wait to see that. But let's get to our next question coming from Andric Rabano from Pinoy Vibes World, New Jersey. Hello. Andric, are you there? Do not be shy. We're very nice. Hello, Andric, are you there? If you are not there, we will circle back to your question in just a bit. Okay, so Andric is not yet here, so let's get to our next question coming from Young Chavez of TFC News in North America. Hi, Young.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. My question is, there's on the press release, it says there that you believe that the stages of relationship goes by cycle and it's not linear. Was that based on your own experience?
Yeah, I think so. I think so, and I think it's based on stories stories as well from that I got from my friends. So even though that we have different circumstances, we have different types of relationships, I always thought that we always go through a same cycle of, oh, this is the getting to know each other stage, this is the honeymoon stage, this is the heartbreak stage, if there is a heartbreak stage. So sure, not every relationship is the same or turns out the same way, but I think we go through the same cycle of emotions, and that's what I wanted to portray in this EP. And I feel like I feel like people could hear it when they listen to the whole thing.
Was there a particular line or lyric that resonated with you talaga, na talagang tagos sa puso mo?
Oh. I think in Forever, maybe there's this one line. So the chorus starts, "There's no letting you go, no matter how long it takes me, a lifetime of waiting." So in the stages of the relationship, that's the stage of, even if the song sounds happy, the truth of it is, it's the denial, or it's the stage where you still don't want to let that person go, and you still have hope that you guys will eventually be together. So I think that line encapsulates how maybe Forever is. It encapsulates the hopefulness that you still have throughout the relationship, and the unknown, because you don't know where this relationship will go, but you still hope that it will turn out well.
Well said. Salamat, and nice meeting you, and thank you, Sam.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Thank you, Young, for your questions here today. O, diba? Talking about love on a Saturday morning. But I agree, we have a lot of many different feelings when we go through the many stages of love, and I think the EP perfectly encapsulates all of those feelings. But let's get to our next question coming from Rhea Palos from Hello Rhea. Hello Rhea, it's great to see you here today.
Hi Rhea, hello.
Hi, greetings from the San Francisco Bay Area. Congratulations on Maybe Forever. I listened to it last night and I can totally understand your argument that the stages of a relationship is like cyclical, because I put it on shuffle and I imagined the merge and then experiencing wholehearted love, but then experiencing like doubt, but then also just experience love again. So it was like really cool because it shows that there's like no real formula on love, and there's just many combinations that anyone can relate to. So if we look back at the songs in Maybe Forever and other well-known other well-known love songs from like other artists, in your eyes, what makes the songs in the EP unique from the popular OPM songs that we've like known and grown attached to?
I think the thing that separates, well, not really separates them, but makes them unique, is that if you listen to these songs separately, um, you can relate to them, even if you have different circumstances. But once you listen to it as a whole, and you listen either in order or in shuffle, you'll realize that even though we come from different places, different worlds, or different circumstances, you'll realize that we experience the same things. And even if the lyrics in these songs do not directly represent the relationship you're in, there will be some lines, there will be some words that you can especially relate to. And I feel like these songs are very relatable, and I just hope people will find that relation in their lives, and yeah, and relate to it.
Well, that's amazing. And it's cool to see like Filipino Americans doing amazing in the Philippines and killing it in the game. So, as a Filipino American from LA, how do you see Maybe Forever bridging the gap between the Philippines, United States, and the second generation across the world?
Oh my god. To be honest, it's a dream. It's a dream for me to get my music in the States, because that's where I grew up. I grew up in LA and everything. So hopefully that happens, and I have hope, actually. Even if I release music here, I have hope that it'll cross, because in a way, I'm trying to combine both. What I learned in the States and what I learned here during my career here. So hopefully I can encapsulate that in my music, and hopefully I did that in this EP. And yeah, I really just, I don't know, I just hope it happens.
Well, I believe that you certainly did that because I think everybody could relate to everything that you've written and produced and put out there. So, like, thank you so much to talking to me, and cannot wait to see what you release next.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rhea. Coming in with a hard-hitting questions, on
I
a
know.
Saturday morning. But definitely, I think your music will definitely cross over too. We have so many people watching from many different places in the world right now. We have global media conference, diba, guys? So make sure, if you haven't listened to Jeremy G's EP, Maybe Forever, make sure to stream it all day, every day, so that you guys can get the feels in time for Valentine's Day as well. But now, let's get to our next questions coming from Adrian Pangilinan from the San Diego Filipino Cinema and the Film Collective. Hello,
Hey.
Adrian!
Hi, Jeremy.
Hello.
Hi, BJ Sam. Thank you for
Hi.
having me, and congratulations, kapatid, for your EP, your release. So my first question for you is, which is actually what I enjoy asking a lot of artists who have launched their projects. How does it feel now you finally made it to this point now you launched your EP, excuse me?
Um, once the EP came out, I felt a sense of relief, because the process leading to it, I was so stressed, because yeah, it was my first EP, and I wanted it to be as good as it can be. And if you guys see the credits, I was trying to be hands-on as possible. Rock Santos knows this, how hands-on I was during the whole process. So it was nerve-wracking leading up to it, but once it came out, I felt a sense of relief, and I'm really happy that people get the way they did, and they're finding a liking to the music and the style that I'm trying to show them that I'm capable of.
Thank you. And that actually leads me to my next question. So being now a singer songwriter, I'm curious to see what does your like I guess your 5 year plan, if that makes sense, because I'm curious to see for singers specifically, like how do y'all plan on like making your careers longer, like longevity wise? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Ah, Hold on, let me think. Cause I have a lot of goals I'd like to accomplish. So for me, how I take it is it's an everyday thing. So I don't look too far in the future. I don't look yeah, for me, I don't look far in the future, but goals in the future is to eventually write more songs and eventually start writing and producing songs for other artists as well. That's another dream of mine. So hopefully that can happen, and I'll just keep working hard at it. I'll just keep writing more music and doing what I love to do, and we'll see what comes of it.
Thank you. I
Thank you so
definitely
much.
agree with that too. When people ask me if I have a 5 year plan, I'm like, you can ask me in 5 years. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me. Congratulations again, Kapatid. Thank you,
Thank you so
Jeremy.
much.
Thank you, VJ Sam. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You too. Take care.
Too. Thank you, Adrian. Gusto mo yun? Di ba 5-year plan? Oh.
I know.
Makes you really think, no? But like I said, life, never really know how that goes. But we're excited to see what the next 5 years has in store for Jeremy G. But obviously now, gonna savor the EP that is here with us today. But now let's get to our next questions. Coming from Bradford Atkins from the Philippine News Today USA San Francisco. Hi, Bradford.
Hi, DJ Sam. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hello. Okay naman po. How are you?
Good, good. I saw your someday video. It was shot in San Francisco, right?
My someday video. Yeah. There's actually all the visualizers were shot in the U.S. and Sunflower was shot in San Francisco.
Yeah, I saw the golden game.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about your album. I mean, your EP. I mean, there were 5 songs. Who knows? By your side, someday Sunflower. So forever maybe. My personal favorite after listening all of them so YouTube is Sunflower.
Thank you.
What are your top 2 favorites and why?
Uh, I think my top 2 favorites would be Sunflower. That's the top. And it would be Someday, because that song took me a while to figure out. It took me a couple of weeks to just get the hook of the chorus right. So I think they both encapsulate me as an artist as well. For Sunflower, it's how I bring emotion into the song and try to bring the emotion out of the listener as well. And for Someday, it shows my music taste, because I saw in some comments on the music video, it reminds them of the 90s to 2000s sounds. So it shows how old school I am at heart, and I just really like showcasing that to the audience and listeners.
You know why my favorite is Sunflower? Because it has no distractions. You were just laying down there by the Golden Gate, and I focused on your musicality. Kaya gustong-gusto ko yung Sunflower.
Thank you so much.
Anyway, my second question will be, I first saw you competing sa The Voice Teams Philippines, and now you're a mainstay of ASAP, and that's a very big accomplishment. Can you describe your journey in between in a few words? What was your biggest challenge there?
You know what? It was a roller coaster, because not only was I trying to get used to the Philippine industry, I was trying to get used to the Philippines in general, because I lived my whole life basically before in the States. So there was 2 adjustment periods, and as I was trying to adjust here culturally, I was trying to adjust and evolve as an artist too. So during that process, I started taking dance classes. I started doing workshops to try to improve on my performance whenever I go on the ASAP stage. So I'm just so grateful that they accepted me and they welcomed me to their family, and I'm able to showcase my talent there every Sunday.
But your Tagalog is very good also. I mean, you didn't come, I didn't hear you, I didn't see you exhibiting yung awkwardness sa Tagalog in the beginning. Parang fluid ka na agad, you know?
Yeah. So, I wouldn't say fluent, but I'm getting there. Papunta
No,
doon.
no, it's not. Oh, yeah, yeah. Wala ka ng tuwang. Anyway, that's very
Thank
good
you.
of you. And Richard Lowe will be next, and he asked me if I can ask the question for him. Richard Lowe is the online publisher of Cincinnati,
Sure.
San Francisco. He's actually watching right now, but he's quite shy, and I'm not. Well, the pandemic had changed all of us. It changed me. It changed everyone. How did it change you as an artist? That's Richard Lowe's question.
How did it change me? You know what? It changed me to the point where I made this EP. This EP was a product of what I did during the pandemic, and if it wasn't for the time I spent in the house during lockdown and everything, I don't think I would have been able to write Who Knows, Sunflower Someday. Um, that helped me evolve, and that helped me discover my passion for songwriting. Because before I used to always dream about writing songs or completing a song, but I never really came about finishing one completely. So the first song I wrote actually was Who Knows, and that came about during the pandemic, and I'm just glad I discovered my love for songwriting, because until now I keep writing more and more songs.
Okay, continue writing. We will continue listening to your song, Jeremy. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, DJ Sam. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bradford. And I love that. No, I think we saw your journey then, Jeremy. You shared a lot of it online, with videos about from the singing and also the dancing even. So I love that you were able to grow in many different aspects during this time, which is already very hard to begin with, diba? So hopefully, everyone can do the same now. Make the best use of our time talaga during this time. But now let's some questions that have been coursed through me, from some of our media friends who are not able to join us today but are still really excited about the EP. So next up we have questions coming from Von Belinario from News 5 and One News PH. So his first question is, anong pinaka-challenging and pinaka-exciting na part at kwento sa pagbuo ng EP na to?
Ang pinaka-challenging, trying yung challenging was it was challenging because I'm so hard on myself, and I'm such a, I wouldn't say perfectionist, but I'm so OCD with everything. Alam ni Kuya Rock Santos to, kasi during the process I've been asking him to help me with all everything production wise. I've been so critical. I'd even say, Kuya Rock, I don't like the beat. Hopefully we could change the beat. Hopefully we could change some guitar and stuff. So I've been that hands on, and I think it's challenging because I couldn't find myself to be satisfied. Like I'd always have to try to work on it, and but eventually I was happy with everything, and then I'm happy with the outcome. And what was the other one, Sam? Sorry.
Pinaka-exciting. Yeah.
Exciting. Seeing all of the songs come from demo and go all the way to the mastering stage. I just like seeing that process, and I like the journey that we went through. Me and Kuya Rocks went through, and yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine, no? Working on something and not really sure how it'll end up, no, in the end, and seeing now everything coming together and all of your hard work, I think is something that should definitely be celebrated, which is why we're celebrating it here today. But one also has a second question, and one's question is, how personal yung mga tracks na nandito sa EP at bakit mo napili yung mga tracks na ito?
I wouldn't say it's too personal, but there's some hugot naman na galing sa akin dito sa EP nito. Pagkang ganyan sa Hindi, may hugot dito. May hugot naman dito. And like I said, I have through my through my 22 years, I've always been trying to write, and ever since I discovered my passion for songwriting, it's like I've been looking back into my life and seeing what I went through and how can I make it into a song. So this EP is basically kind of what I lived through and what I experienced to an extent. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. You know, kahit ano pa yun, Jeremy, you can share it here. It's a safe space. Wow. No, but really, syempre, we all have hugot naman eh. We're Filipino. I feel like it's in our blood, no? Hugot
Yeah.
to feel all of those skills. And I love that you're able to channel that all through the music. Because not everyone can do that. I can write my feelings into song, but I love that you're able to do it. So now it's here for everyone to also relate to as well. So we also have next